Well, hello everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Today I will tell you the secret of conducting a successful grant writing. How would you do it? And don't worry, it's not hard work. It's simply smart work. That smart work has a name now and it's called Artha. Very simple. You join Artha, you log in, Google, your email, however you feel like joining. And you land on this dashboard here. You go to new, since we are going for a new proposal, and we upload. This is the most important and critical phase of the whole process. Remember, my time is 18:25, so that's very important to remember the time. Now this is the most important part where we have to upload the requirement file, where all the guidelines, the do's and the don'ts, the is and the isn't included. And for this particular demo I have prepared one very quick here from the European Horizon, which is around, I don't remember how many pages it has, but it's pretty thick, and it's going for 2026 2027. We click on the summary and we give it a rest. The system will do the breaking down for us without having to read how many pages it has. Well, it's ready. This is what the breaking down comes down to. So we get the overview, we get the objectives. What are the objectives of the call? The eligibility, who's eligible, who's not, payment terms, this, that, requirements, rules and more rules here to follow, how to apply, this is very important, format restriction, page limit of 70 pages per topic on Climate 07, standard Horizon Europe page limit and templates apply to other topics, goodness. And most importantly, the contact details. Now this is where the real work starts. This is where the brainstorming starts. Quite frankly, this is something I just downloaded out of the blue. I have no idea in particular or solution in particular for this specific grant. Therefore, considering that I would like to do it as soon as possible, I will just ask Artha to suggest something for me. Now, since it's talking about something, we need to go back to the objectives and see what's going on. Eligibility requirements. Yeah, the requirements tackle major societal challenges with systematic research. Well, for this particular reason I'm empty at the moment, therefore I'm gonna, as I said, work smart. I will copy two ideas here. Use systematic research, and what else do we have here? Research and innovation in solutions, climate adaptation and cancer. Cancer is too complicated. I usually don't do that. It's very complicated. Use systematic research, and let's just, for the sake of the demo, write AI agents. This way I only have two premises. This is the first one and this is the second one. Based on these two premises and my profile and everything I have uploaded here as a reference point, Artha will help me shape a solution, a topic. Usually it doesn't take long, since it already knows my profile and everything else. So it takes about 1 to 2 minutes, it says here. Sometimes it's less. As I said earlier, I'll try and edit it, but for now we have to wait. it is done already. Now it came to me with 5 suggestions that I could choose from, and all these suggestions are validated ideas. They are not from somewhere, they are not just ideas, they are validated ideas with the research gap score and the grant compatibility. So the first one is AI agents use urban analytics to coordinate local traffic and reduce emissions across smart cities. Quite frankly, this is not a good, this is not a bad idea, but I'm pretty sure it has been done before, but it says it's pretty high. Maybe it hasn't been implemented in this particular order of wording. Collaborative AI agents accelerate clinical evidence synthesis to help doctors choose personalized cancer treatments. Smart AI agents guide precision application techniques for fertilizers to restore soil health in European farms. Autonomous AI networks, a lot of this. Therefore, I kinda like this first one. So let's go with this one. And maybe not. Maybe let's refine it a little bit down. So let's narrow it down a little bit further. Make it more niched, more focused. That will be unique, have a unique kind of approach. Let's see what Artha has for us. I believe I am in a really better position. So, it says local governments and citizens train AI agents to manage traffic lights for lower carbon emission in neighboring countries. This is pretty good. I like this one. Let's go with that. But let's check the others before that. Smart city sensors, blah blah blah. Citizen mobile something. Autonomous buses, I don't know much about that. Emergency vehicles and the local, I'm not familiar with all of that. Let's go with something very innovative in terms of a research gap and highly compatible, so we, let's just say, not mess it up in one way or in another. Now here we start the configuration. Our brainstorming is done, everything is done. So probably if you have already applied for some sort of a grant before, you might have a template for it. If you have a template for it, preferably upload it empty so the system can extract the template and put it in perspective. Otherwise, you just go to the website, to the calls website, and download the template how they want you to present the call for them. Interesting. However, considering here that I have uploaded quite a lot of templates, so just I will quickly choose from the selection that I already have. One of them is Horizon Proposal Template. This will do. And this new chapter, I created it, but I don't need it. So we're just gonna start with these 4 sub-chapters. That should be more than enough for this demo to go through. And then from this point, okay, I got everything ready, I got the template ready. Otherwise I can create new chapters, I can create, let's delete this one, I can create new sub-chapters if necessary. Here it is. Nah, I don't need that. I'll just take it off, I'll take it off, I'll take it, oops, I took that one off. No worries. I will press continue. These are my publications, but and this is my library. Therefore, if I have any previous calls, previous funding calls that I have applied to, either I won the money or not, I can just upload them here. If I had notes, I will upload them here. If you have anything that you think it would add value to the call, you can add them here. If you have a separate sheet PDF for EU regulations, which is really important, you always add it here so the system can navigate through those regulations and get back to you with something proper. And then we press next. This is the setting part where you can choose between pages or words, and for a specific topic it wasn't mentioned in the document, so there is no total length limit. Therefore, here let's go and change this one into one page. I just want one page of each. That should be more than enough. And with Artha you get total control of how you want to do it. So for example, when I bring it down to 10%, here more or less I'm gonna get a blueprint on how to write the proposal myself. However, for people who are really in a hurry like me, you can always go to 100%. You get the first draft, the first raw draft pre-filled automatically, so you can just skim through it and fix the little parts that are left there. But for the sake of this presentation, let's go with 50% to see how it gives you the it formulates the text, and how it leaves the what you need to do kind of space in it, how it shows you what you need to write and how you should write it, and so on and so forth. So for this particular case we end up with 2 pages, which is more than enough for a proposal. It should be relatively quick. Now here we come to consortia. Very important. Is your organization primary? Is it the leader of the project? Is it solution providers, this and that? You can add collaborators, XYZ for instance, that has skills in climate analytics, consulting. That should be more than enough. So XYZ will do this. You can add as many collaborators as you need in this place. How many people you are collaborating with to and submit this proposal together. Now that part is done, we got straight ahead to generating the proposal. On this point onwards, you really don't have to wait for the window to get the proposal. Usually you get not usually, you definitely get an email that tells you that your proposal is ready. And here it is. Our first draft is literally ready. This is our first draft, pre-filled, and as you might notice here, it has left us the space where we should fill and write what is left here. Don't be fooled, this is a full-fledged editor. You can write, delete, and leave comments, see comments, and if nothing helps you, for example when adding more details on specific data collections here, when you write your data collection methods and details and this and that and conclusions, and you are not sure if you are digressing or not from the point, you can use Artha assistant, feedback assistant, that will tell you exactly what has been done, and it will tell you what is failed. No prompting. This is not a system that will talk to you, or that's not a system that will give you answers. That's a system that will assist you write better, faster, and with the highest quality ever available. Now with this proposal, once you have it, you can share it with whoever you feel like has good experience. xyz at xyz.com. Any email you see that is relevant, you give them the access that you see you deem fit, and they get the same copy so they can have a fresh look at your proposal and help you make it better. Now this, the first draft, as we discussed, our collaborator, and I applied XYZ as a collaborator, which is pretty stupid, but XYZ will apply its climate analytics expertise to translate the financial accrued methodologies. I mean, everything is put in perspective the way it's supposed to be handled. The only job you have left is to submit this proposal and follow it to the letter. And before that, understand it, review it, fix it, polish it to the last detail, and there you go. This is how you do proposals, not faster, not by hard work, but by being smart in doing the work. This is how it's going to look like at the end. With this, I get back to you by telling you thanks for sticking around until the last minute. I will see you in another video. Bye.